study buddies, so today's video is actually very impromptu because I wasn't thinking about making a video today, but it is Saturday night and I'm home alone because my parents went somewhere. And the one thing I hate about being alone is that I really never get anything done. I'm either cooking or I'm in bed. So there's really no in between, and I just hate doing that because I'm so unproductive and I feel like garbage most of the time. So it is currently 5 p.m. right now, and it is Saturday night and I really need to do a lot of things. I'm preparing for a calculus test. I'm going to do some English homework, which is an essay, and I'm also going to do some of my college application stuff. And I also have to film this video, so I thought I would go over some tips on how you can study better and be more productive during the weekend, because I know a lot of us just hate studying, especially during our quote-unquote downtime, and we also have other priorities we need to do during the daytime. Like, I know some people have band during the weekend, some people do sports. So today I'm going to go over some tips on how you can make your weekend a little bit more productive and studious. There is about 60 hours between the end of Friday after getting out of school and the end of Sunday. Subtracting, let's say, about 7 hours of sleep every day, you have about 39 hours of free time. That is plenty of time to relax, do all your activities you need to do, and also be productive to work on your assignments. So we probably only have around 15 hours or less of time to actually work on our assignments and homework, which is still a lot of time, but the first thing you need to do is plan out your weekend and make a schedule. The weekends are the only time where I'm okay with studying and working late, which means studying during the afternoon or during at night. Because you probably worked really hard during the weekdays and you deserve a break from school. But obviously, if you can start working early in the morning, that is the best thing to do because you're more productive and your brain can actually function properly. By 12 to 1 a.m. at night is a time where the majority of people, including me, cannot be productive, so just try to avoid working during that time period because it's just not a good time to be trying to memorize math functions and write a well-paced essay, because every time I try to study during 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., I always end up being really slow at retaining information, and I think I could study the best during the afternoon and also during in the morning. So working during the weekends, I really recommend starting our assignments on Saturday night or the afternoon and finishing it during Sunday morning. I know it's really easy to put it aside and just start doing it last minute, but a lot of the times you're probably very tired during Sunday night because during the whole weekend, you probably were doing activities or volunteering and other stuff. So just try to start your homework at latest by Saturday night. And that gives you plenty of time to finish it during Sunday. If you have the motivation to start your homework during Friday, obviously do your homework during Friday. That is the best thing to do. But for the majority of us, I know we would like to relax for a little bit. So just plan a routine and schedule that matches your weekend. So now that you have created a routine or something that you can follow, I'm going to go over some tips on how you can be more focused and concentrated on doing the stuff that you need to do. So my first step is to find a study buddy or just a friend that you know that can keep you company. What I really recommend is to go to your local coffee shop or someone's house and work there, because if you have someone nearby that can keep you accountable for actually doing your work, and obviously find a friend that won't distract you. If you can't meet up with them in person, maybe Skype them. I know a lot of people go on Skype chats with their friends and just do their homework. I think that is a really good idea. I've done it a few times myself and I've been pretty productive during the Skype chats. So basically what I recommend is to have someone nearby that can keep you on track so you don't spiral down into a YouTube and Netflix day. If you just get distracted really easily and for some reason you just find yourself on YouTube constantly, you can actually download some applications that can keep you off sites like Netflix, YouTube, and Facebook. I talked about this in my How to Be Productive After School video, and basically just download this app called Self-Control on your computer. And what it does is that it blocks you from using sites that you would normally get distracted on. So you can manually put in sites like Facebook.com and Netflix.com. The app will block you from using it for a certain amount of time. So usually when I'm studying, I block myself from using YouTube and I set it to a 30-minute to 1 hour limit. So it blocks me from using those sites for the specific amount of time, and it goes all the way up to 24 hours. So if you know that you can get distracted on YouTube for 24 hours, you can set it to 24 hours. My third tip is to experiment with where you're studying, because I know I cannot concentrate for my life in my bedroom. Even though I do sometimes work in my desk in my bedroom, the majority of the times where I'm the most productive is in my kitchen. So just experiment with where you're studying and find out where you're the most productive. Maybe it's in your bedroom, maybe it's on your couch, or maybe it's outdoors. For my 4 years of high school life, I realized that I progressively get worse in my productivity when I'm working at my desk. So recently I experimented with studying in different places. I tried my bed, which is not a good idea because I just ended up falling asleep. I tried in my kitchen, which was really good. And then I also experimented at like my dining table and other places, but I decided that I work the best in my kitchen. So basically just experiment with where you're studying, and if you cannot concentrate for more than 30 minutes at that place, go to another place and try to find if you can focus there. I know it might sound silly because it is a pretty weird tip, and just try it out, because at the end of the day, you want to be at a place where you're the most comfortable, you're the most focused, and you're the most concentrated, so you can do the most things at one time. My fourth tip is to have a list of all the things you need to do. So basically just list all the assignments you have to work on. For example, for me, I would write have to do my English homework, second would be studying for chemistry and calculus, and third would be doing my college application. Basically, having a written down to-do list is really important, because sometimes you just forget about things you need to do and you just end up not doing them. So just having a physical piece of paper saying that you need to do all these items before the end of the day will keep you on track, so you just keep on doing all the assignments you have to finish. Another thing you can do is actually play some music, and I know music helps a lot of people, including me, study more efficiently because it just blocks out all the distractions from the outside world and keeps you focused inside your little bubble so you can work on your assignments. Note that music isn't always the best thing to listen to while studying, especially for classes like history or English, but I do really recommend it if you're doing some math problems or if you're studying some chemistry calculations, because it can be quite relaxing, especially if you're doing difficult problems. And if you don't know what to listen to, I really recommend checking out my study playlist, which is Study and Chill, and on that playlist you can find artists like Oh Wonder, Dottie, and a whole bunch of very chill artists. I also have a study session playlist which is all about instrumental music, piano solos, and soundtracks from movies. I listen to my study session playlist when I'm at a very noisy place and I have to do my English homework or write an essay. Also, the reason why I keep saying I really recommend is because the tips I'm giving are not going to work for everyone, but they do work for the majority of people in my opinion. So when I say I really recommend, it's basically just the things that really help me be more productive and more studious during the weekend. Now that you have created a routine, you know that you can call someone on Skype so you can be more focused on doing the things you need to do. You have downloaded self-control so you can block out all the distracting sites on your computer so you can just focus on researching and typing your assignments. You have found a place that you can be productive. You have made a to-do list of all the assignments you need to do, and you have also played a little bit of very calming music to create a productive atmosphere. You are for sure ready to be productive and focus on finishing all the assignments you need to do. Next week, I'm going to go over all the things you shouldn't do while studying, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. I post videos every weekend. Also check out my Instagram. I post almost every day of just very inspirational study pictures. Follow my Snapchat at studywithinspo. The link will be in the description box. And also check out my Twitter. I'll see you next week. Bye!